Party at Shining Time. One day, on the island of Sodor, Thomas and some of his friends were talking. Just then, Mr. Conductor's cousin, Junior, appeared in a shower of gold dust. "Hey everyone, guess what? I have some exciting news," he said. "What's that, Junior?" asked Toby. "My cousin told me that there's going to be a party at Shining Time tonight, and I think we ought to attend. Everyone is welcome." "That sounds like fun," peeped Percy. "How would you like to attend a party, Gordon?" asked Oliver. "Parties are dignified for an important engine like me. I pull the express. And Gordon puffed away. "Okay, but you're missing out." Little did the engines know that George, the steamroller, was listening to the conversation. Then he trundled away to tell his friends. Meanwhile, Thomas was taking on water at Tidmouth Sheds. As he was filling up, he looked up ahead and saw two blue engines sitting in the work shed. "Who are those two engines?" asked Thomas. "They looked a little familiar, but I'm not sure if it's them." Just then, Duck popped up. "Oh, those two?" he said. "That's Donald and Douglas." "Really?" said Thomas. "Yes, it's us," called Douglas from the work shed. "When did you two get painted blue like me?" "Last night, actually. We've been sitting in the shed waiting for the paint to dry," said Donald. "So why did you decide to be painted blue?" asked Thomas. "You remember when you said that little engines can do big things, especially when they have nice blue paint like you?" Yes, even though you two weren't around during that time, but I remember mentioning that. Well, Ducky and I had been kinda debating it for a while, and we decided we wanted new colours too." "Yup, that's right," said Douglas. "So what do you think?" asked Donald. "I think you two look different, but still look pretty nice," said Thomas. "Come on, Dougie," said Donald. "Our paint's dry now. Let's show these new colours off to Mr. Conductor." And the Scottish twins hurried away. Meanwhile, George was telling Diesel 10 about what he had heard. "So, there's going to be a party at Shining Time," said Diesel 10. "Yes," said George, "and those puffballs are going to attend the party, and they're going to go through the buffers that travel through the magic railroad and into Shining Time, and they're going to take Twinkle Toes with them." "Well," said Diesel 10, "Levi, Roderick, and George, I've got a job for you three. You follow Twinkle Toes and those puffballs to the buffers, and after when they go through them, go after them, and when they arrive at Shining Time, destroy them, like what I do with Pinchy." "Ow! Pinchy, I hate it when you do that." "I don't think he meant to do that," said Levi to Roderick. At the washdown, the steam engines were getting ready to go to the party at Shining Time. Just then, Thomas, Duck, Donald, and Douglas arrived at the washdown. "Well, Mr. Conductor, what do you think?" said Donald. "You two definitely look smart." "Well, thank you," said Douglas. "Oh, and by the way," said Mr. Conductor, "there's going to be a party in my hometown, and I thought you two would like to attend." "We'd love to attend," replied the twins excitedly. "Well, there you go," said Mr. Conductor. So that evening, after their washdown, Thomas and his friends started making their way to Shining Time. They went through the buffers and onto the magic railroad. Little did they know that Levi, George, and Roderick had been watching. "They're on their way to Shining Time," said Levi. So what are we supposed to do? Asked Roderick. We go through the buffers, of course. Why else are we doing this job? Oh, right. Come on. So the Diesels and George went through the buffers. Thomas and his friends soon arrived at the party in Shining Time. There were several engines around the railway. One of the engines was big, the other 4 were small. Cinders and ashes, exclaimed Thomas. Look at all these engines here, exclaimed Percy. Look, over there, there's Lady. I brought her some special coal to bring her to life, said Thomas. Let's go and see her, said Mr. Conductor, and he and Thomas set off. First, they stopped at Shining Time Station and met some of Mr. Conductor's friends. There was Billy Twofeathers, Stacy Jones, and Mutt the dog. Okay, well, it was nice talking to you, Gilbert, but now if you'll excuse me, I'm going to talk to Rainbow Sun over there. As Mr. Conductor spoke to his friends, Lady popped up next to Thomas. Hello, Thomas, she said. Oh, hello, Lady, Thomas replied. Hey, Thomas, want to meet my friends? Asked Lady. Your friends? I would love to, said Thomas. Well, it was nice talking to you. Now, if you'll excuse me, Lady's gonna take me and Thomas to meet her friends. See you later, Mr. Conductor, called Billy. Bye, Thomas, called Stacy. And Lady took Thomas to her friends. Okay, said Lady. These are my friends, Gilbert, Amy, Rainbow Sun, and this is my sister Kate. Hello everyone, said Thomas. Hello, Thomas, the engines replied. Gilbert, the tank engine, who was the same class as Thomas, popped up and spoke to him. Hello, he said. Lady told me all about you. She said that you're a hero by bringing her back to life and helping her get away from an evil Diesel with a scary claw. Thomas smiled. Just then Percy popped up behind Thomas. Hello, Percy, said Thomas. Meet Lady and her friends. Hello, said Percy. But just then, emerging from the buffers was Levi, George, and Roderick. Oh no, said Thomas. What's up, Thomas? Asked Percy. There's Levi, and he's brought some friends with him, said Thomas. He's brought a big blue diesel engine and George the steamroller too, said Percy. I reckon those Diesels and George are working for Diesel 10, said Thomas. What are we going to do? Asked Percy. Then Thomas had an idea. Remember when I was delivering a Chinese paper dragon and you thought it was real? He asked. Yes? Well, I could do something to play a trick on the Diesels and George. Alright, listen up. Roderick, George, we're going to find those puffballs and destroy them. Can you do that? Yes, Roderick and George replied. But before George and the Diesels could do anything, they heard a strange noise. What was that noise? Did you hear that, George? Probably just the wind or something. No, I don't think it's the wind. I'll turn around and I'll see what it is. What What is it, George? The dragon! Dragon? Dragon! Ah! Let's get out of here! And the two Diesels and George ran for their lives. Thomas and Mr. Conductor laughed and laughed. A little later, Thomas, Lady, and the other engines had gathered around together. And then we scared the Diesels and George off with our model dragon Mr. Conductor made. That was cool, said Kate. I wish I could have seen the whole thing, said Gilbert. And all the engines shared a laugh. Meanwhile, back on Sodor, Diesel 10 was mad at his minion's failure. You stupid Diesels, snapped Diesel 10. You two had one job. But no, you had to screw it up. But boss, it wasn't our fault, groaned Levi. Yeah, we saw a dragon, mumbled Roderick. Oh, try to make an excuse? I don't want to hear it, shouted Diesel 10. I'm very disappointed in you two. George, I am mostly disappointed in you, continued Diesel 10. I gave you one simple task to destroy those puffballs, but what did you do? You screwed it up. You should be ashamed of yourself. George felt very hurt. Oh, what? Are you going to cry now? Well, go ahead and cry and see if I care. Hey, how dare you? Exclaimed Roderick. George didn't mean to fail you on purpose. I don't care, yelled Diesel 10. You all are a bunch of dimwits. As a punishment, you two will work at the smelter's yard until I can trust you again. Which I'm pretty sure won't be for a while.